Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it, since the last time I streamed. A couple of reasons for that. Been a little bit down, so I haven't bothered doing anything. And the other one is I am pretty sure Mother Nature is making a concerted effort every day to murder me. Yeah, that's right, my hay fever has been absolutely killing me. And before you ask, it's been told that apparently it's kicked in early, but apparently I get it really, really bad. So, yeah, that's been fun, let's just say. Now, since the last live stream, I have done a little bit more to this save file. I was mucking around on this last night until about 3 in the morning until I realised what time it was. What have I done? Well, I've gone and... where are we? Minmus Duna. Here we go. We've set up a Duna Comsat satellite network. That's what I went and did last night because I was bored and I was mucking about, which was also, funnily enough, how I decided to start streaming today. So we've got 3 linked satellites around Ike and 3 around Duna. Now this was all done in one mission. Hello Clockwork, how's it going? And hello SWAT. So apologies if I'm sniffing a bit, but hay fever again is kicking my ass. So yeah, we basically just set up a... well, I basically just set up a satellite network over here just because I was getting annoyed with constantly being out of communication range when it came to the station and everything. So, and speaking of the station, we have actually gone and added a little bit extra to this station. Now, full disclosure, the mission that I ran to put the satellites into orbit, I actually ran that mission. What I did here is I sent up a little robo-tug and 2 extra fuel tanks to replace the ones that we sent up previously, because the one previously it was just non-controllable. It was a pain in the butt and it was aggravating me. So I sent these ones up, and technically I didn't actually run the mission. I just cheated these ones into the station because I just couldn't be bothered. So that's, well, not cheated. I rendezvoused them and then docked them manually. But everything else I've done properly. But yeah, we got a little robo-tug over there. But what I want to do today is I want to send up something to... I need some extra science, really. I want to make a lander to land on Duna and come back and be refuelable from the station and have all the science on it. But that's a bit of a pain in the butt to do, because unlike most planetary bodies here in Kerbal Space Program, this one has an atmosphere. So it's a little bit awkward trying to have a lander that's efficient, that's just one stage and recoverable, that is efficient to land here and come back. I've noticed as well my Kerbal Space Program Redux thing is not showing up, and I don't know why. I mean, it's here, but I need to work out why it's not actually showing up. The game has updated and I'm just having a few issues with some of my mods. So, yeah, what are we going to do? That is the question. But anyway, first of all, back to the Space Center. Now, what I did is when I was sending the mission over to make the satellites, we did have the lab there be full of science. So I did transmit that back, and I did pick up a couple of extra items over here. Mainly the actuator claw and the extra rover wheels. Especially these ones. I like these ones because these are actually collapsible. They actually fold in, which is really awesome. I don't think I got anything else. Oh, I did. I got the high altitude items here. So basically between the science we had left from last time we streamed and the science that I sent over, we picked those up. But what I really want is this. The Aerospike engine. Now, the reason I want this is because, as you can see at the bottom, it says here, the Aerospike makes up... with its heavy-duty exhaust nozzle, the Aerospike makes up for it with an efficient burning of fuel at all altitudes. So this is very good for landing and coming back from atmosphered planets. So that's what we're going to do. We want this. But in order to get that, we need about another 200 science. 220, actually. Ah, and I was wondering where that little winglet had gone. There it is. But we also get the whiplash engines and the shock cone intakes and so on, and the engine pre-coolers. Those are kind of cool as well. But mainly, it's the Aerospike that I'm after. So, 200. Yeah, okay. So I've got an idea. I'm thinking of sending a robotic lander either to Duna or to Eve. The problem is I've never been to Eve before. I'm fully aware that its atmosphere is absolutely lethal for attempting to enter the atmosphere. Sorry, I keep hearing little rattles from the cage behind me. The munchkins are being a bit more active than usual today. You probably can hear them. Little noisy buggers they are. Who is it? Is that you, Donnie? Usually is. It's usually him that likes being noisy. The other night he woke me up at 5 in the morning because he likes to run around the cage and dive against the side of it or something and just keep doing it. I swear he's trying to aggravate me all the time. But oh well. But anyway, like I said, we want to send a probe, and the problem is getting a decent probe. Just getting a probe that can land on, well, if it's Eve, to actually be able to land there, to be able to survive the re-entry. Because I tested it the other day by just setting the orbit and just seeing if I could get in, and I couldn't really make it work properly. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. So, because price isn't an option here, because we're on a science save, let's see what we can do. Structural, blah, blah, blah. What am I after? I'm after you. Let's actually put you back to your stock. Your stock appearance, because I like that. Well, your pre-update appearance. Oh no. Payload? Let's unshroud that. And let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for, is it? It's that one. Nope, it isn't. It's that one. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't want to connect, it seems. Let's try that. Oh yeah, it's not connecting there, of course it isn't. Alright, never mind. Right, fine. Fine. So I'm not sure which one of these actually has more of a drag factor on them. The Mark 25 or the Mark 16 XL. Let's go for that one for now, just because I'm curious. We'll launch them up quickly on we'll test them and just see how well they go. Payload. What am I after? Will you guys stop being bloody noisy? Daddy's streaming. Usually they're dead to the world at this point, but no, not today. So, science. Okay, and what else am I after? More of course I'm after more science, I just couldn't remember what it was. Nope, I want singular items here. Yeah, fine, whatever, we'll just put you there. It's not like it's not going to like it's going to hugely overbalance the payload. Doesn't really matter where these go. Right, the atmospherics, you can go back here. There. Very nice. Now all we need is some batteries, I believe. Actually, no, we're going to need some relay antennas as well. Because if we don't, this is not going to work. What else am I after? Let's go for some more chutes, just because I don't want to have to rely on a powered landing. I just want to be able to have this land by itself. I'll go for a couple of drogue chutes as well, just for the sake of it, because I have no idea how well this is going to go. But yeah, batteries. We need that. So bugger it, I'll shove a big ass battery on here. Or maybe two. Just because I don't know how much electricity it's going to take to transfer, to send everything over. So right, communitrons. Let's see. That's a commutron. We've got a range of what? Deployable antenna. Where's the range on these things? Range, mass, tolerance, max temp. And transmitting. Deployable. Yeah, okay. But where does it say the range of it? Does it not tell me? Alright. So requires 34.3 per second, and this is 100. So I would assume this is going to be the longer range antenna. Now I'm well aware that we don't actually need two of these. Alright, doop. Nope. That actually doesn't look that bad, but let's rotate this around. Move it up, and we're going to need some solar panels as well, I believe. Now, how does that look when it's docked? Nope. When it's retracted. No. Come on. There we go. Retract. That's not bad. Alright, fine. Solar panels. Which one's this one? 3x2. I don't like the 3x2s. I like the 1x6s. No, I want 4. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice. And now we just want some landing legs. What am I after? Landing legs. Actually, I just realised as well, we probably want something else. You? Yeah, you. It'll do. It'll suffice. Landing legs. We don't need the most robust of landing legs. No, that is the most robust of landing legs. We'll go with that one. Now we are going to need a little bit of fuel and everything to be able to deorbit this thing. Then again, if we send this up as just a single unit, we shouldn't really need that. So retract the solar panels, retract the legs, close the... Actually, you know what? First things first, custom group 1, let's have that deploy... No, not extend. Toggle solar panels. Okay, and then custom 2 is going to do all of the sciencey stuff. So observe, run atmospheric analysis. Because I always forget to do this. Log pressure, log gravity, log temperature, and log seismic. So that's everything there bound to the 2 key. Actually, you know what? Number 1 key as well. We'll have you toggle the antennas as well. There we go. I think that's sufficient for now. So we can keep the service bay closed now as well. Okay, so now we need well, actually, first of all, we need a heat shield for this, because this is going to absolutely explode if we send it as is. But first things first, we do need to test it. So, right, first things first, coupling. That's too small, isn't it? That one? That one? Yeah, no? I don't think it's the right one. No. That one? Maybe? I don't know. Engines. We're just going to shove a little SRB on the bottom of it, just see how well it actually parachutes down. Yeah, it is the wrong one. Where are you? Oh, right, it's one of you two, isn't it? Standard decoupler, then. There we go. So, let's see how well this thing actually parachutes down. So, save and launch. We'll see just how well this thing works. I suspect it's probably going to go absolutely horrendously badly, but I always expect this and I'm usually pleasantly surprised. So, checking the staging, because I always forget to do that. That looks alright. So, let's just, actually, you know what? It's going to, it needs to land. It doesn't really matter where it lands. So, let's detach that. Oh, hello, SRB. I thought you'd fly off so much faster, but obviously not. So let's launch. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of parachutes. I didn't think I was putting that many on there. Bloody hell. And let's extend. Well, that's reducing it down to 3 point something meters per second, so I probably suspect that's more than sufficient for Eve, especially since Eve's, yeah, that's overkill. But I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So again, let's deploy everything. Why is that one not extending? So let's slow that down. Extend. Okay, only one of them is extending, so it's not actually extending the other one. No, extend. Why are you not extending? Cannot deploy while stowed. Huh. Alright. That has got me confused. Then again, we don't really need more than one. Alright, well, it works at least. Yeah, it extends here. Just doesn't want to extend anywhere else. So let's just put one of you on. Hopefully that'll be fine. Let's see if it's still in the it's still in the action groups. Toggle antenna. Yeah, alright. And to see if it does actually extend, because I don't want to find this out halfway through the bloody mission. So that's close to base, it's that close to the base, just get a Kerbal to walk and hit it with a hammer. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Not sure if that works though, because the Kerbals are a bit dumb. But then again, we are getting, oh bloody hell, we've got over 8,000 electric charge. That should be more than sufficient for sending data over, but... Right, so, oh, that's the wrong key. Yeah, okay, it does extend at least. Yeah, okay, that's fine by me. Revert to vehicle assembly. Okay. So let's retract your legs. Still trying to decide how best to actually deorbit this thing. We'll probably just have it with a stage that'll deorbit itself and just leave everything there. We'll probably send a nuclear stage up, I'm curious now. I'm not really very good at working this crap out myself, so... let's think. Heat shields. I'm going to put this one on here just because I know it's going to cover the whole thing, because I know Eve's atmosphere... It's overkill. We could possibly get away with having the form-fitting one, but I don't want to risk it with Eve. Plus we can drop this off quite easily, because you can jettison the heat shield. Jettison heat shield not staged. There we go. Jettison heat shield staged. And let's have these deployment mode when safe. When safe. Yeah, alright, fine. But let's actually drag all you down here. There we go. So all the chutes will drop first, and then we can launch the heat shield separately. The question I've got though is, let's inflate the heat shield. So theoretically, we can still have everything fully extended and be totally safe behind the heat shield. I don't want to risk it, potentially. We'll be making some very liberal... Yeah, cool. A deployable hot tub. Yeah, pretty much. It'd be nice if we land in the ocean as well. Then we'll keep it just attached. Because I have no idea where we're going to land. But now we do need to start making the ascent vehicle. First of all, decouplers. We've still got the set to size. Yeah, we have now. I suspect it's you? Yeah? No? Yeah. Standard decoupler. Yeah, we just want a standard decoupler. There we go. Now, let's go for the payload bay. You? No. Wow, you're tiny. Itchy. Sorry. Right, there we go. Is that sufficient? Yeah, that's fine. Sweet. Right. Nope, we don't want engines, we want fuel tanks first, don't we? No. No. Nah. Okay. This is probably going to have way too much delta V. I kind of really suspect this is definitely going to have way too much delta V, but why the hell not? So let's plonk you there, like so. Aerodynamic. Actually, no. Looks pretty. What else? Nuclear engines. Yeah, I suspect this is gonna be way overkill for what we want. Yeah, so that should be sufficient for what we need. Right, okay. So, might have to... Because this is the interplanetary transfer stage now. So what we want is a lifting stage. Am I trying to reach the planet or go through it? Technically, we may actually just want to go through it. Because then we can just deploy everything and just go on a collision course kind of thing. I mean, I have no idea how much delta V this thing... Oh, this has 6,500 meters per second of delta V. That might be slight overkill. Yeah, it's definitely overkill. But, meh. I don't care. Right, so now we need a lifter to get us into orbit. So what was I after? Was I after that one? I is after that one. Lickle decoupler. That's a stack separator. That's what a standard decoupler. Nah, some structural. I have no idea what accent I'm doing, so don't ask. I barely know what I'm talking about most of the time. So come to think of it, let's get rid of you. Let's put a standard coupler, decoupler in there, and attach you to. What was that I was after again? That one. There we go. Looks better. It's going to get on my nerves otherwise. Right, so you again. No, come here. You again. Now we need to cover this up again. Now we'll go for a slightly larger one. There we go. Looks a bit weird, I suppose. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's fix that. How do I'm confused now. Firing stage. Yeah, I know. How do I get rid of it? You know what? I don't care. Oh, there we go. Need a little bit more, maybe? It'll suffice. It kind of looks a bit weird, but it'll do. There we go, and we are set there. So what we got? That's going to be staging around the same time as that. No, maybe? No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. We don't want that to stage, at least not yet. So you can go down here because that's the one. Yeah, we just staged that when we're on the collision course. All right, fine. Now I know what's going on. Now we just need to build our lifter. Again, I suspect this is like ludicrously over-engineered. That's too big. Of course it is. You? Ah! Come back. There we go. Come on, we gotta go higher. Higher, further, faster. Puts me in mind of the old Vostok rockets, yeah. Would not surprise me. Doop. Again, I suspect this may be a little bit overkill. So let's put some engines on this one. Engines. Which engines? Mainsail? Is this gimbaled? It is. Right, that looks a bit dumb, but... Doop. No. Doop. There we go. Doop. So, you know what? You can probably go for that one. You know what? Let's try that one. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so main sail engines, how much delta? Yeah, that's a lot of delta V. Not sure if this is enough fuel to get into orbit or not. But either way, let's drag that off for now. Just because I know... Oh no, never mind. Yeah, we've got a reaction wheel up here, but the vast majority of it is because these are gimbaled, so these will be fine. I mean, theoretically, I could put a couple of reaction wheels in here just to make sure that it is controllable. Let's see, is that... No, that's the wrong one. That one? No. There we go. That should be sufficient. Now the question is, and I've just realised something. Seriously? There we go. It's looking better at least. It still looks way too angular for my liking. But let's save the test and launch it. If it works, we'll rename it in orbit. If not, then we'll at least know. Right, wait. Come on, Kerbal. I know you're not actually crashing on me. There we go. I'm not convinced we have enough delta V to push this payload into orbit. At the very least, we'll have a suborbital trajectory, so we can then circularize with the nuclear engines. So, let's just see how well this goes. Huh? Oh. Would help if I'd actually throttle up. Well, it's nice to see that the thrust to weight ratio isn't terrible. Might as well start off our gravity turn. But I'm not liking the look of how fast our fuel is, of how quickly our fuel is draining. Like I said, hopefully we can get up to a decent height suborbital trajectory. This thing just looks so ridiculous. I'm throttling down a little bit because I just saw the atmospheric effects around the craft. And I don't want that. I've got to say, this gravity turn isn't that bad at the moment. There we go. Let's see. Again, Kerbal Engineer's not showing up since the update. I'm not entirely sure why, but I guess we'll figure that out in the future. So let's have a look at the map screen. What is our apoapsis height at? It looks like we're going to be fine. Yeah, we're definitely getting into orbit. As soon as the oxidizer runs out. I'm not going to thrust all the way until the oxidizer runs out. Yeah, well, I'm actually quite surprised at how well that kind of worked. But, then again, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Or if it's worth building, it's worth overbuilding, I suppose. We can also be said. So let's circularize. We should have more than sufficient. Yeah, we've got more than sufficient delta V in this particular stage to do this. the question is, how fast does this thing actually turn? It's not terrible, but it definitely could be worse. So let's deploy the fairing. You know, bugger it, let's deploy the other fairing as well. We're out of the atmosphere, so we can deploy the solar panels without any fear of atmospheric resistance. Now we've got to start burning in just over a minute, well, just under a minute and a half. Oh, wrong button. I'm trying to fast forward to it, but I'm pressing the wrong buttons as per usual. There we go. 7 seconds until we need to start burning. Find out what the transfer window is for Eve. I know what it is for Duna, I have no idea what it is for Eve. There we go, fully circularised. How much fuel have we got left? Not a huge amount. But at the very least, it will help us to kickstart our way to Eve. So what I might end up doing is just deorbiting this booster, because I don't like leaving stuff in orbit. I do like crashing everything onto the planet if I can help it, but in order to do that, we're going to have it attached to the main body. Right, okay. So I'm going to have to quickly tab out a game for a second, so I can't see in game presently. So KSP. Right, so illustrated, here we go. So we want to go from Kerbal to Eve. Do the maths, there we go. Thank you very much. So we want to be at a minus 54.13 degrees. So, no, that's the wrong one. So let's have a look. So where are we now? We are here. We're not that far off, to be honest, perfectly honest. Eve's there. What we want is Eve to be about here. So that's not terrible, actually. About there? Yeah, about there. So let's go to the tracking station, because at least there we can fast forward this. And we can get ourselves an encounter. Then we can also go check, see if the Ike sats and the Duna sats have drifted. Because I actually spent more time on them than I did for the Kerbal and the Mun sats. Because those got ones, because we were on live stream, I didn't want to spend too much time trying to get the trying to get the altitudes right, the orbital periods correct. I'd spent more time doing that around Duna and Ike. So they weren't perfect, but they were very, very close. So they will drift. It'll just take a long, long time for them to drift. Right, we're getting closer. That's still too far behind. That's closer. I still think we can do a little better. I am literally just eyeballing this right now. Right, I think that's it. I think that's our transfer window. If not, then we'll have to just come back and do another rotation. It should be fine, though. Oh, still got a Duna Station Part 2 probe. Alright. Well, since we're here, we can have a look. Satellite, satellite, satellite. Okay, they're not drifted. No, they're still fairly close. All right, good to know. And I suspect that... Oh, that's on a suborbital trajectory. Really? Oh, yeah, that's the bit that I wanted, but fine. Let's just terminate you. Because you aggravate me. And my ear is itching. Don't know why. But where's test gone? Test. There we go. Let's fly. I almost accidentally deleted it there. That would have been terrible. But since we're here, and it's kind of come to our attention that this thing actually does work, we can rename it. Rename vessel, probe. There we go. Eve Ballistic Science thing. We'll call it that. Right. So, what do we want? We want... so, doop, that way around, I think it is. The orbital... Yeah, orbital is that way. We want to start burning from about here, I think. I think that's about it. So let's see how well that works. Eve. Yeah, set as target. There we go. Where is... Where's our orbital line gone? I don't see our orbital lines. Our orbital trajectories, I don't see them. Oh, wait, there we are. There we are. Right, okay. Well, that's not bad. So, that's going to be... okay. Alright. Let's change this slightly. So that we're flying directly back along our orbital vector. There we go, that works. Alright. Closest approach. It's going to be a bastard to get that to line up properly. No, wrong way. You? Well, I suppose we can technically do a mid-course correction as well, but it's not a huge problem. It's just going to take a lot of finagling. There we go. Oop, that was getting closer. Oop, I keep accidentally doing that. Is that going down? That is going down. Now, what I want to make sure is this doesn't end up taking us into the bloody atmosphere. Because if it does, this is going to be a pain in the butt. But I think this might be it where we actually get our encounter. No, almost. Whoop. So, come on. We're getting closer. I don't know what the distance we need to be to actually qualify as an encounter. No, bug it. So we got that down to around about 90 something. There we go. There's our encounter. It's a rather crappy encounter, but it will suffice. Now the question is... No, that does not take us into the... what's going on here? Yeah, no, we're fine. It's just taking a while for the reaction wheels to kick in. So we may split this over 2 burns. We'll have to see. It depends. You know what? I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna destroy this in the center. I'm lazy. I really am. Let's see. We're not draining any fuel from up here. No, we're not. Good. So that's going to detach you and you. So it's going to detach you and start you at the same time. So that should be more than sufficient. Right, so let's F5 this, because I know how badly that's going to go. I have to just remember not to press F9, because that's my start recording button as well. Now, it says 2 minutes to burn, but I know that's not actually the case. Because we've got that really high thrust of these engines here. But as soon as we get to here, we are literally going to have to ditch this stage and start off with the nuclear engines. As you can see, that's already set itself to 2 minute burn already. Well, let's see if the physics doesn't actually destroy the craft, because that would be annoying. And the thrust to weight ratio on these engines is absolutely appalling. I don't actually see our orbital marker come out at all. Ah, there it is. We are slowing ourselves down. So at that point... Oh, we actually do have our encounter already. I was actually just about to get rid of the... Oh, what is it? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I forget now. But yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, we have a little bit more fuel than I originally intended. We can do a full powered capture at this point. Alright, so Eve. No, I don't. I just want to look at bloody Eve. Sun, Moho. Oh, right, that'll explain a few things. Focus view Eve. There we go. Right, so there's our encounter. It's... Oh. I didn't realise that I was still thrusting. Whoops. Alright, so mid-course correction. Where is our... There we go. I'd accidentally hit the thrust thing there. I didn't realise I had. Oh, that's definitely getting a bit closer. Now the question is, do we need to slow down or do we need to speed up? We need to slow down. So we want to get this... Oh! Bloody stock maneuver nodes. Right. I really don't care what biome we end up in. There we go. That is a suborbital trajectory. And it's only going to be 66 meters per second change in delta V. So... let's change the thrust limiter to about 8. Come on, 8. I said. There we go. Alright. So, you... why can't I warp to you? Yeah, fine, whatever. Bye-bye, Kerbal. I'm really curious what our connection to the KSC is going to be like. There we go, evilistic science thing. Right, focus view. It's nice to see that our reaction wheels, well, our singular reaction wheel is actually doing a lot better. And since we're in deep space, this shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, never mind. I suspect I just completely underestimated how bad the thrust to weight ratio is on these things. I've never really... I very rarely use nuclear engines. I much prefer the idea of the... that should be sufficient. 11,000 down. So let's warp here. Our connection still seems okay, but that's not going to guarantee it be okay when we actually get there. And yeah, this craft can literally take us way further than I've given it credit for right now. And we've still got a good connection to the KSC. I'm really surprised. But let's deploy. That's going to just burn up on re-entry. Let's inflate our heat shield. Does it? It does cover everything, so we're okay. What I am going to do, however... is not that. Let's extend the... let's keep the antenna extended at least. I just don't want to risk the solar panels. And let's deploy the chutes. I should have quick saved beforehand, I suspect. Now, let's see just how egregious our re-entry is going to be. We have lost connection with the KSC. Oh, and there goes our main stage, our transfer stage. And there we go, it's exploded. Oh boy, that's getting a bit hot. Come on, cool down, please. Cool down. I think we're going to be okay. Wait. I think we have. Load save. Where's that quick save gone? Yeah, I do think we need to keep the antenna retracted as well. As much as I would like to have that be active right now, it's not the best of options. Oh yeah, and there goes the fireworks of the main transfer stage. Wow, that thing is getting ridiculously hot. And the GeForces are ridiculous. It's a good thing that this hasn't got any people on board. Where are we going to land anyway? Looks like we might be landing in the ocean. Yeah, it's cooling down. We're fine. We're good. Yeah, we've got more than enough electric charge. We'll be able to redeploy the antenna as soon as we get through the thicker parts of the atmosphere. And there go the drogue chutes. I do think this is the ocean. So let's quick save now. Right. Extend. Is it going to explode? Is it going to get ripped to shreds? No. Okay, good. So let's retract, and then we'll just deploy. So that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take us a while to get down. It looks like we might not actually be we're on the coast by the look of it. It's taking ages to get down. We'll keep everything retracted for now until we land. Until we work out whether or not it's actually going to be the... You know, I'm actually going to cut all the drogue chutes because it's taking too long to get down. We have enough. We have enough parachutes in order to make it down properly. I just want to hurry this up a little bit. Yeah, it's still got more than sufficient electric charge. I'm not worried about running out before we land. Alright, that's log. Keep. Log gravity. Can't be done right now. Alright, fine. Log temperature keep. Can't do seismic either. Well, let's do an atmospheric. Let's keep that. Just because this is the space over Eve. Wow, we are going down. We are dropping really, really slowly. I forget. Oh wow, that's a green sun. Huh. That's interesting. It's the first time I've successfully landed any... Oh, I say successfully. We haven't exactly successfully landed anything yet. So I'm not sure if we're going to land on the water or the land. If we're going to touch down or splash down. Either way, I'm not overly worried. We had legs for if we touch down, touch down, and we have the heat shield if we splash down. Because I'll keep the heat shield attached if we're actually going to... Yeah, it looks like we're going to land... it looks like we're going to splash down just offshore. It's too bad this little probe doesn't have a means of basically hopping around on the planetary surface. It'd been great if we'd sent down a rover instead. But I'm not very good at rovers presently. There's a trick I used to know to land if I land on water or earth. It's accurate, but it's oh not but me. If you click at top of switches between Alt C. Oh yeah. This thing. Yeah, it looks like we're going to actually hit land. Scorpion, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, we are actually going to land there. So, let's jettison the heat shield. As soon as we land and... Oh, there it goes. As soon as we touch down, we will deploy our heat shields and our... Well, the hell, we're going 1.7 meters per second. Yeah, that's very safe. I don't want to cut any more chutes just in case we land a bit too fast and damage shit. You know what, F5. Let's quick save. There we go, we cut those chutes. Yeah, we're still going down at a relatively slow pace. At the very least, we're still not gonna crash. Right, so let's face radial out. Main reason being is because I want this thing to make sure it stays upright as much as possible. And here we go. We're coming down for the touchdown. How far are we away? 50 meters. 29. Well, there we go. We're in the teens. There is the ground. And we have touchdown. We can deploy the solar panels. There we go. Now, oh, are we sliding down? We are sliding down. Stop sliding. You know what, I'm going to quick save here. Can't quick save while moving on the surface. There we go, we finally stopped moving. Because what I want to do is see if we can get in contact with the KSC again. There we go. We are now in full connection with the KSC. So, what am I doing? I'm after transferring data. Oh, wait, there we go. That's what we can do. Just click on here and go transmit data. Yeah, our electric charge is sufficient for this. Because this is the stuff that was whilst we were coming down. There we go, that's all done. So, 2. Let's view action group 2. There we go. Yeah. Inoperable after transmission. I don't care. Can we get 100 for this one? So let's transmit. Yeah, transmit. Yeah, our electric charge is sufficient. Wow. Okay, atmospheric analysis. This is going to be a bastard on our electric charge, but I think we have sufficient. Are you require partial or require complete? I don't know. I'm literally just getting all the partials for all these. Because all I want is just enough science to research a few extra bits. Yeah, sure. And I believe that was everything. Sweet. Oh, right, if it says complete or partial, let's have a look. Require complete. That's what we're on. It doesn't matter, because if it was partial, that'd be fine if we didn't have enough electric charge, but we have more than enough electric charge to get through everything. So it's not a huge issue. So, let's go back to the Space Center now. Now that we've actually gotten our first ever science from Eve. How much did we get? A couple of hundred, I hope. 1,000. Holy crud. Alright. Well, let's go over to the Duna base, to the Duna... where is it? Duna Station Alpha. Actually, I forgot what we're going to rename this. I'll have to check my... I think we were going to rename this the Hades, I believe. But let's see how much science. Oh bloody hell! We've got 500 science over here as well. It's a bit cheaty, but let's transmit data. That's still there. All right, transmit science. This takes a while, but thankfully we have more than enough solar panels for all of this. There we go. So now back to the Space Center, and at the very least we'll be able to start making a lander to land on Duna. Here we go. 1,500 science. That ain't bad. First things first, I want the aerospike, so let's go for that. And we don't quite have enough to go for the Rapier engine, but I'm not fussed about the Rapier engine at the moment anyway. What do I want? So technically I want this. The larger item here, but I can live without it for now. We could go for advanced motors to make proper rovers if I wanted. I'm not fussed about rovers presently. We could go for ion propulsion, we could go for more automation, better communitrons and relay dishes. Let's see, 300, 550. So we could technically get all of this and all of that. So let's do that. There we go. Sweet. I could start looking into making more attempt at making some space planes now. I'm probably going to do very, very badly at it. But either way. Now, let's go and make ourselves a Duna lander. So, lander can. I'll tell you what, I just recently found something out about this lander can. It has animated doors on the sides. I did not know that until like just now. Like about 2 days ago I found that. So I'm quite pleased with that. Now, payloads. Let's go for the science bay again. Just because I really like having these science bays. Actually, no, I don't need this one. Or do we? Yes, no, maybe. No, actually, because I'm going to be a bit naughty. Am I after? I am after a reaction wheel, first of all. You? Yes. And and right, parachutes. This is where we're going to need a bunch more parachutes. Let's go for you. And like I said, I'm going to be a bit naughty. I'm going to clip everything inside and leave just enough so that I can access that. So, fuel tanks by size. We don't want you. We want you, maybe? Yes, you. Looking good. No. Yes. There we are. Let's add a few more engines and a few more fuel tanks. Wait, no. Yeah, I remembered now. So I'm actually going slightly off one of Matt Lounge's designs here. I saw it and I really enjoyed the look of it. Ah! No! Bugger! You! Do as you're bloody told. A few more fuel tanks in there. You know what? I'm actually going to add a couple more. Burp. You really don't like lining up, do you? There we go. No, come on. Ah. Right, there we go. No! Do as you... Come on, you know you wanna. Right, fine. Obviously, you're not going to let me do it with you attached. There we go. So the fairing to cover that bit, just so it looks really nice, and that fairing is not going to be staged. Fairing not staged. There we go. Question, however, is what colour do I want that fairing to be? Yeah. I'm half tempted to just make everything kind of like orange. Although I can't do that to the lander can. If I could do that to the lander can, I'd make everything orange just for the fun of having it kind of camouflaged in with the planet. But apparently that's not going to work. But if you're on partial, it sends whatever it can, the electrical charge, and then when you recharge, it sends the rest. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need that, though. Oh, I didn't need that, at least. And Lewis Stop, excuse me, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Now, what the hell am I doing? Landing legs, that was it. Was it that one? Ah, bloody hell. We don't want that quite that many. You just retired the space station and you let it burn up in the atmosphere. Very nice. Yeah, I haven't done that to my space stations yet. Come on. Right, fine. Oh no, it's wrong one. It's shift I'm after. You, come here. You. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Good enough clearance to the legs. Now, we still need some solar panels. And we do still need a communitron. And a ladder. And I've just realised that I need to move this around a little bit. And why are you keep doing that? Right, you see and move on at. Oh, wait. Right, that should be sufficient. Now the reason I had to move that is because I realised a ladder needs to go here. Go for the red colouring. Yeah. Unfortunately there is no red, there's only orange. But we want utility now, and we want the ladder. No. And we only want one. So let's extend this ladder. That's a little bit too high. No, ladder. Actually, you know what? It'll suffice. Yeah, it's good enough. It's in line. So let's retract the ladder. It still looks good. So science, and we have to take off. We have to take off the snap feature for this because it doesn't work properly otherwise. So we want the HyperX, and the HyperX is going to go over this side. Because like I said, I love just having these things behind doors. I find that I love the look of this. I really don't like it when people put all their sciencey stuff just strapped to the outside. It aggravates me. I mean, I know that we have to have... what am I thinking of? I have no idea. I know we have... You know, I forgot what I was talking about now. My brain is literally just turned to mush on that whole topic. Right. You. We also want you. Now I'll put 2 of you in here just for the sake of it. And what I'm thinking is solar panels. 1x6. Let's move you over to the side slightly. Let's try that. So if those extend out. Yeah, doesn't look bad. I'm not entirely convinced though. So let's remove one and just keep one in there. We still need some batteries, however. Because I do realise that we're really short on battery power. And also reaction wheels. So for that, what I'm thinking is let's go for the dinky little reaction. No, that's not the dinky little one. Is that the dinky little one? That is the dinky little one. But you're not attaching there. Right, okay, we can fix that. Now we do need to put snap back on. Now, where did I put that reaction wheel? I'm sure I dropped it somewhere off on the side. I can't see it though. So bugger it. Let's just grab... Was it you? No? You? Yes. So we're going to attach you there as well. And then that will allow us just to clip you into the lander. There we go, and that maintains everything. Because we are going to be refueling this from the station as well. So we do need to be able to click these to hit these tanks through the fairing. And I don't want anything in the way. It's already going to be a pain in the ass as it is. Alright, okay, so let's see, let's snap you in. Let's snap you. No. Yeah. There we go. Cardinal Brood, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. This looks all alright on that side. But we do need parachutes, though. That is the one thing we are going to need. And some RCS. Now, I'm not going to bother attaching any further monopropellant tanks because what's in the lander can here should be sufficient. Should be sufficient. Probably won't be. And communication, let's go for the collapsible antenna. And we only need one. And that's going to extend the right way. Yes, it is. Good. And now we just need parachutes, so let's retract you. Let's close the doors up. I love how sleek it looks with everything just tucked away. And we are going to need more parachutes here, because that one there is nowhere near sufficient. Oh, we definitely need drogue chutes as well. But first things first, let's grab you. Trying to decide whether 6 is overkill or not. You know what? It's better to be overkill and not need them. There we go. Bill's gonna have his yeah, famous last words. I know. Always is in my case. Come on. No, that's not the way I'm trying to point you. I'm trying to aim you ever so slightly out. Like so. Because then I can sink you in ever so slightly more. There. Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him when he has to put all these repack all these chutes. Because thankfully scientists can do that, not just engineers. So that should be sufficient. So let's retract. And I've just realised something. We can't have that there. Because we need something else. Coupling. Yeah, we actually need to dock with the space station. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. But let's rotate it. Because that's going to bug me otherwise. Alright, so now we need to get this. Because how much Delta V's this thing got? 2,297. Is that sufficient, I wonder? I'm not sure. Plus, I kind of realised that the RCS thrusters are in a bit of an awkward position. So let's move them up. There we go. I mean, they're clipping in a little bit at the top, but it's not a huge problem. And we've got reaction wheels, we have extra fuel. It should be sufficient. Yeah, I had made a Duna lander before, it didn't work very well. So that should be sufficient. Right, so crew, we don't want you. We want... not even you, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, so let's leave. Let's hire a new pilot. Do. Jedgood. That's how it goes. Pilot. Trifut. Trifut? I'd love to have mad gas there, but no. Melanie. Let's go for that. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, we should have enough delta V in this thing to deorbit into Duna's atmosphere, re-rendezvous with the station, and dock with the station, and then refuel. I don't know how many times we can do this. And this thing is not robotically powered at all. But anyway, before we do anything else, let's open the doors, go for the crew, and let's put you in there. And then, back to the action groups. So, action group 1. I want to have... action group 1 is just to be able to say, opening the doors and shite. So let's toggle doors. Toggle solar panel and toggle antenna. There we go. So action. Oh, bugger. That's the stage. Bugger. Screw all that. That's supposed to be here. So toggle doors. Toggle solar panel. Toggle antenna. There we go. Right, so custom 2 is going to be... Observe, actually, you know what, let's remove that one. Let's put you in that one. Observe mystery goo. Log pressure data. Log gravity data. Log seismic data. Log temperature data. Crew report, atmospheric data. Right, okay, awesome. So that's all going to be logged on 2, and number 3 is going to be deploying all the chutes. Now the reason I am setting this up is because you can only stage the chutes once. You can only stage them once, so after you repack them, you're going to have to manually deploy them again, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. So we'll have it so that it stages itself, so that we can actually just hit key 3 and they will deploy, or at least they should. So there we go. Question I've got though is, do I think this is sufficient delta V? Because what I could do is add a slightly larger fuel tank here. Although I say slightly larger, I think the slightly largerest is way freaking larger. Because I think that one is... which one? That one? Yeah, it's that one. So the next largest is that one, which is going to make our lander way taller. So if we take that off, we take that off. That ups our delta V to over 3,000. But it really makes our land a lot taller. Whoops, what did I accidentally undo there? What? Unknown part modules? Is that the same one? No, it's the same one, but it's claiming unknown parts. Bugger it. Let's out check the staging, see if I haven't accidentally undone all that. Deploy shoots, yeah, that's fine. Check all those. Yeah. Alright. You know what? Where are we? Actions. Let's get rid of toggle doors. I want to toggle those. I want to toggle those manually. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, but we will see. Right, anyway, now we need a craft to actually get us there, don't we? Let's see. Doopy-doopy-doo. Disable crossfeed first of all. Shroud. There we go. Get rid of the shroud. Because that's just going to cause a problem later. Right, the question I've got is, do I want... Do I want to have a command pod, or do I want this to be remotely controlled? Yeah, we'll leave it as is. We'll go for remotely controlled. Where are you? Right, I'll keep you as is. Reaction wheels. I need a very strong reaction wheel for this one, just because I'm curious to see how well that works. Is that the that is the really big one. We don't want the really big one. And yes, we're going for something similar for what we had before. But hopefully not this time not quite so over the top powerful. I don't think we quite need that. Liquid fuel tanks. Aerodynamics, yep, there he goes. And then back to the nuclear engines, wherever they've gone. There they are. Nuclear. There they are.
Ashitaya said hey.
Hello, Ash. Not sure if you're watching me stream or not. Right, so let's auto-strut those, just because I don't trust them not to explode. There we go. You know what, I think we have some batteries as well. Which I've just realised is missing from the lander, actually. So Let's drag you off. There we go. Should be sufficient. We will see. Yeah, looks nice. Now again, we're going to need another lifter to get this thing into orbit. And since the last one proved to be so good, let's basically just reuse that, although I forgot what it was. Although this time, I am actually going to put a probe core on it. So, what do we want? We want coupling. No, that's the wrong coupler, isn't it? Stack separator. You'll do. Probe core. Because then we'll deorbit the damn thing. It's annoying me that I don't do this as often as I should. I feel bad leaving stuff in orbit. Right, so more structural. Do we have anything that goes larger than this? Yes or no? No. Blah. Blah. Banana. Banana. No. Okay, no. Right, okay. So, what do I want now? I want a fairing. Where are the fairings again? Payload fairings. There we go. That is too big. That one. There we go. Although I realise we actually want some solar powered panels on this thing as well. So let's go back into the... Here we go. So that's custom 1, and then we'll have that toggle those solar panels as well. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of that one. What am I after? First of all, which fuel tanks are we going to be going with? We're going to be going with that one. So, wow. Yeah, that's big. Is that one? It is that one. Let's actually make a semi-bloody okay looking rocket for once. And from the lander can up. Yep. You know what, I'm going to add a little bit more fuel into this thing. Gee, actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Because the last one had more than sufficient delta V to get it into orbit. So I think we're going to be fine. So that's plonk you there, and we're going to go for the same engines as we had last time, which was, I don't remember. It wasn't the Wolfhounds. It wasn't the Skiffs. It wasn't that one. Was it the mainsail? I think it was the mainsail. Yeah, it was the mainsail. So yeah, should be good. We have got a probe core here, although we don't, I just realised, have any reaction wheels. And we do need to strut this thing down. Struts, struts. Strut you there. Did that only work on one side? That only worked on one side. Yeah, that should be fine. Again, I'm using that word a lot, should be fine. I have no idea how well this is actually going to work. But it's looking good, at least. And that's all we can really hope for. I can't change the colour of you. And that looks weird. So let's stick with the standard white, shall we? Alright, let's save and launch. Again, I have not waited for a transfer window at all. So I'm going to have to do that when we get into orbit. Come on. Alrighty, so famous last words, let's give it a go. Let's start our gravity turn, nothing seems to be wobbling. Luke X, however you say that, I'm not sure. Thank you very much for the follow, greatly appreciated. I mean, it looks like our fuel's draining really quickly again, but I suspect we are going to be fine. Again, let's throttle down because we're seeing the atmospheric effects, and when we see that, that means we are not burning efficiently. That should disappear very soon, because we've just passed from the thicker atmosphere to the thinner atmosphere. Yeah, we've got more than sufficient. Right, let's see. What's our apoapsis currently? We've got a sufficient apoapsis for now. The oxidizer is the bit that I need to kind of pay attention to a little more.
CMDR RJ Rodassen Jenkins said, what should it do if it works chaos?
So, I'm not in chat. I know I'm sitting here in... Oh, wait, I'm not paying attention to my thing. Let's go for 100 kilometres. There we go. Yeah, we've got more than sufficient fuel to circularise, it seems. So, you know what? Whilst we are doing this, I'm going to jump into voice chat. That is voice chat? Right, there we go. Am I in voice chat or am I in the wrong thing now?
No, you're completely right.
Oh, I am completely right. Good. Nice to know. Sorry, I've been sitting around in Discord for a while, just sitting here streaming some Kerbal. How are we doing?
I'm fine. Just saw you now and was wondering what it's supposed to be.
We are launching a Duna lander. Because we sent a mission to Eve so that we could get a little bit of science. We ended up with 1,500 science with just one probe. Well, actually, it was 1,000 science from the probe, and 500 science from our Duna station, which is kind of a bit cheaty, but well, not exactly cheaty. It's just heavily exploitable.
Yeah.
And right now we're sending up our giant suppository into orbit, which has got our Duna lander in.
Nice.
And I'm actually going to attempt to land and, or at the very least, deorbit the lifter stage. I'm probably going to fail horribly because I'm going to attempt a SpaceX landing, and I'm terrible at them. And I've realised that I've put no parachutes and no air brakes on the thing, so it's going to be interesting.
To say the least.
Yeah, just a little bit. We have enough fuel in this stage to circularise. We should have enough fuel in this stage to deorbit it as well.
Do you have some sort of fire?
Nope. I don't. I really did not think that through at all. There we go. We have enough oxidizer, enough fuel to land, to at least deorbit this thing.
Well, it comes down somehow.
It will. It'll definitely not be left in orbit like the last one. The last one's technically still in orbit. I could send up another mission to go and grab it. Starts googling other Malin types for upcoming landings. Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence there. But anyway, let's deploy at... Actually, you know what? Let's wait until we're in a slightly better... Do we have some little bit more light so that we can unveil our probably horrendously overbuilt masterpiece. The last transfer stage we had, it was ludicrously overbuilt. I ended up with about 90% of the fuel left by the time I got to Eve.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't use nuclear engines hardly ever, so I'm not used to knowing how much Delta V they're going to have. And I don't have my readout's not working. I'm not quite sure why. But here we go. We are going to now deploy the fairing. And there is our transfer stage and our lander. So let's decouple the interplanetary transfer stage. And then what we're going to do is we are going to decouple this. Open the shield. Control from here. Target that. I told you to open the shield. Right, which one's this one? That's the wrong one. That's not the right one either. That is indeed the right one, though. Come here, now. Face the target. You've just smacked the target, haven't you? Fine. We'll use a touch of monopropellant right now. Line ourselves up. 0.3 meters per second. We're going to drift off a little bit, I know. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Not completely fecked up. Right, anyway. So... Oh, crud. I just realised we're out of electric charge on this thing.
Yeah, that's space travel. Hours of chilled building followed by seconds of sheer terror.
Great. Okay. So, yeah, I forgot to put any solar panels on the lifter, so deorbiting that was a pain in the butt. That is not a thing. We only had 15 units of electric charge. God damn it. So, we're jumping to the Space Centre now, because we have to wait for a transfer window. Anyway, well, at least you didn't bring termites on your rocket that would eat this stuff. Yeah. This could happen in IRL. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Right, tracking station. We're going to pretend. Probe. Because that's not actually the lander, that's going to be the probe. So let's terminate you. Cancel. Let's actually just double check it is the right one. Before I accidentally destroy it. I'm pretty sure it is the right one. Yeah, it is the right one. And then we can sort out our transfer window. Because I know off by heart now what the Duna transfer windows are. So let's terminate you. And I'm pretty sure we have ballistic science thing. Do the station alpha. Oh, we need to rename that, but I need to check my Twitter as to what that was going to be because I've forgotten now. So we've got Duna sats, we've got Ike sats. Yeah, I think I actually destroyed the previous one, so that's fine. So let's launch this. Well, launch it. Let's actually control it. Ah, right. Everything's trying to stage all at once. Yeah, no. We're not going to have that. So, let's activate engine. Activate engine and activate engine. There we go. Control from here. There we go.
Ashita said hoops.
Whoops. Yeah, I do screw up quite perpetually in this. Although I've just realised that I haven't waited for my transfer window. And I'm not doing that in orbit because I'm not high enough in the orbital plane to be able to fast forward very fast. So this is not going as well as I would like. So where are we? Right, Duna is there. We need Duna to be about here. So we're not too far away from a Duna transfer window. And we are catching up because we are on the inside track. So we need Duna to be at about a 44.5 degree transfer window. So we need to be about an eighth angle in front of us. So about there. I like how we've got like constant communication over to Duna now that I sent over the satellite network. So I did that last night and ended up realising that I was going to bed at like midnight. So yeah, that was not midnight, 3 in the morning. So yeah, that was fun. And I'm going out tonight as well. I think that's nearly there. You know what? I've actually got my little handy dandy piece of paper folded to the right angle, so let's see. We can stand a little bit more. I think that's about right. Okay, good. Right. So, Duna lander.
Using high tech there.
Yeah, very high-tech solution here. Just a folded piece of paper to 45 degrees that I could just hold up to the screen.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
Always.
If it's stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Right, we need to launch with our orbital trajectory this time, so we need to go that way. So about here, I think, equivalently speaking. So let's see. No, that's not quite right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fine. Bugger you. Right, so let's see. Where's that gone to? Start burn 7 years ago. Really? Okay. That's a really aggressive burn then. Probably because it doesn't know what my thrust to weight ratio is yet. Alright, first of all, let's set as target. Oh look, we've almost got an encounter already. Oh, there we go. An encounter. Huh, that was easy. I think it has something to do with the fact that we haven't actually fired our engines yet. Alright. I don't understand why it's saying it's just that much. Alright, fine. We're going to have to end up having to do this over a couple of burns anyway, I suspect. So what we'll do is we'll raise our periapsis up, our apparapsis even, up as high as we can. So let's see, just how far can we actually get our orbital velocity? Oh, no. Before we actually slingshot out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. There we go. Come back, come back, come back. There we go. So, yeah, otherwise after all this time you think that will be left in your orbital station with one feral Kerbal and a pile of bones, yeah. I don't know why my maneuver nodes are trying to tell me I need to get a burn for that long, it's absolutely ridiculous. But probably because the thrust to weight ratio on the nuclear engines is so abysmal. Right, are we dropping our periapsis? We are actually dropping our periapsis slightly, but this is fine. We can raise it back up again if we do need. I can see all the wolf sats around Kerbal. They've all clustered together. Yeah. I can tell this is going to get a bit of a funny angle now. It's not exactly the angle I was after. But that's what happens when I burn a little bit too early when my maneuver nodes are telling me the complete wrong information. No, turn off RCS, we don't need to do that. Right, so add maneuver on the... What exactly is our periapsis now? Yeah, we're still outside of Kerbal's atmosphere. Kerbin's atmosphere, even. So let's see just how good our encounter is going to be this time, since we're coming off at a slightly different angle to what I was expecting last time. Come on. No, for Pete's sake. Come on. There we go. Did I move it? Yeah, I did, by accident. There we go. So let's put you back on the periapsis. should be easy enough to grab a encounter now. There we go. There we have an encounter. It's probably a fairly bad encounter, but it'll be fine. There we go. Burn time 100 days. Yeah, I somehow don't think that's actually right. Yeah, it would help if I actually put out my antennas and everything. So let's warp down. Oh, my electric charge is shite. Probably would help. If I actually deploy the solar panels and everything. Right, there we go. Why is it saying burn in that amount of time? I don't understand why this is kind of going as it is. Let's see how close I am. Let's get a little closer. I'm sure we'll be fine to burn from here. So, let's try that. Here we go. So wait for them to get a little bit closer. Getting very close to getting a encounter right now. Worst comes to worst, we can do a mid-course correction on the way there. Wait, did I? Oh, we might have just had the briefest of brief encounters. But apologies if I'm not talking too much at the moment. I'm literally just staring at that number go down, waiting for it to get a lot lower. There we go. So we're getting very close. There we go. There's our encounter. Much better. We've got crap tons of fuel left. Yeah. You and your bloody stupid amounts of... right, anyway, so let's see. Eve, Gilly, Kerbal, Mon, Minmus, Duna. Here we go. Yeah, it's not a terrible. It's not a terrible encounter. Now we can definitely aero brake. if we wish. Now what I'm trying to do here is just get it to intersect the orbit line, which it pretty much does perfectly there.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it miscalculates the burn that extreme.
Yeah, I'm curious my own self. Ooh, there we go. Right, what's the periapsis here? Because there's our station, and there is our satellite network. There we go. That's going to be an interesting aero brake. And the great thing is we actually have engines on both sides of our ship. So we can slow down if we need to with engine braking as well. But that's still not quite perfectly equatorial. That'll do. It's saying that it's saying ridiculous amounts of days as well. It might have something to do with the fact that I didn't stage the I didn't actually stage the engines, I just activated them, so that might have glitched something out, and the fact that I warped back and forth from the craft and all that might have something to do with it. I don't know. It's not really a huge problem. But the great thing is now that we have this interplanetary transfer stage coming out to Duna, we can actually bring back physical samples now. And by the time we get there, the lab's probably going to have maxed out its science as well. Oop. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Right, only 6 meters per second of delta V change, so I'm not going to push this too hard. That's probably a little bit low. Let's see. Ha! 1.7 kilometers. No. Let's not do that. Elon Reeve, thank you very much for the host. Greatly appreciated. Ah, no. Okay. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Again, greatly appreciated. Now, because we're in such deep bloody space, let's deactivate these engines. So run only off the middle engine. And let's take the thrust limiter down to about 40, see how that works. Yeah, that should be sufficient. But now we need to go a little bit normal. I think. Yeah. Yep, there we go. 32. Yeah, that should be fine. So we have our encounter, and we have got it so that we are going to be aero braking. So question, does everything retract? It does, and it retracts nicely. Okay, good. Good to know. Is our antenna still stowed? It is. It hadn't finished. It hadn't finished retracting by the time we sent out the solar panels again. There we go, we've regained connection with the Kerbal Space Center. It doesn't really matter because we've got one guy sitting alone in a lander can. Where is he? Oh, there he is. You kind of completely don't think about just how much time it takes to travel these interstellar distances. Are we coming in? Oh, no, that's Duna escape. Yeah, good, because that's the Duna entry. Yeah, so we are going the right way around. That's going to be much better. Because if we had this... Because this is going to leave us on a really weird escape trajectory. There we go. We have just encountered Duna.
That looks pretty well.
Yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with all my satellites, as you can see. I've got them perfectly set up around the planets. But also, right now, we are going to have to reactivate all the engines. Because we may need to give this a few puffs if the aero braking doesn't work as well as I'm hoping. So, on that off chance, we are actually going to quick save right now. Just in case everything goes tits up. Hey, Munchkin. Sorry, Leo's sitting in the cage just munching on some food. Giving me the evils. So, let's see just how well this works. Oh, we're going that way, aren't we? Come on, at what point do we hit the atmosphere? That point. So now we are in the atmosphere, and I can see our orbital speed dropping. We're not quite at periapsis yet, though, although I seriously don't think we're going to have enough. You can see that we're in the plasma stage right now, but I don't think we've quite got enough. Oh, we might just have enough. No, I don't think we've got quite enough to. To circularize, so let's add a little bit with the engines as well. At the very least, we are saving some delta V here. And what we will do is we'll raise our periapsis when we get to the opposing side. Ooh, that was going to be an icon counter. There we go, so prograde, let's warp to apoapsis. Did I disable crossfeed, is the question. No, I didn't. Of course I didn't. But it's fine, we can refuel this later. But firstly, let's actually... So yeah, all the engines in here are going to be... Oh, that's a bugger. I can't seem to connect to them. Ah, It's fine. We'll deal with it in a bit. So we'll raise our periapsis to be equal to that with the station. And then what we'll do is we'll brute force an encounter. I'm very good at that. Brute forcing encounters. Not with planets though, I'm rather crap with them. Come on. Let's get there. There we go, we're pretty much apoapsis height, and I've just realised we can probably just extend all our solar panels and everything again after I open the doors. Oh good, I didn't break the solar panel.
Hello, Black.
G'day, RJ. How you going, Chaos? G'day, Ash.
Hello.
Long time no here.
Yeah,
What are you up to, Chaos?
I am streaming at the moment, so be careful what you say.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
I'm streaming some
What
Kerbal
you up
Space
to, RJ?
Program.
Oh, cool.
Alright, so let's try and get this intersect exactly on the periapsis. There we go. So now, what we can do is we can warp around to our periapsis. Yeah? Alright, fine. Now what we need to do is basically just burn a little bit. As you can see, our intersect marker does move around. So what I'm trying to see is if I can get that to basically come all the way around to meet up with our first intersect marker. Before these two get... Actually, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if they extend out or not.
Love the fan in the background.
Yeah, well, I'm warm, so...
What's it, 10 degrees there?
It's not on. It's there always. So as soon as these two get close enough... They've still got a little bit of a ways to go. Separation 9 kilometers. 6. There we go, that's as close as it's going to get. I can fiddle with it a little bit when I get over here. So let's... Because there's the station. I could do this with a maneuver node, but I really am not too fussed. This is perfectly sufficient. Why am I not able to do that? Oh, that's why. See, it's dropping down even further. As soon as it starts raising up again, we'll just stop. There we go. That'll be sufficient then. So by the time we get there, we will be close enough. So we can warp here, kill off all our relative velocity to the station. Because there's the station. So we kill off all our relative velocity to the target. There we go. Now point towards the target. Where are we exactly? We're somewhere. Probably, I have no idea. Doesn't matter. So we just get as close as we can. Again, kill off all our relative velocity. And then we can repoint towards the station. Although we are going to have to refuel this lander because we've been burning the fuel from the lander by accident. I'm getting a little bit too close for comfort right now. There we go, 0 meters per second relative to the station. So let's undock. No, I don't want you. I want you.
That looks cool.
And what we want to do is target that docking port. Keeping an eye on my mono repellent. There we go. We are now on a approach to the station. I'll have to slow it down a little bit when we get closer. It's just I've got a little bit less patience than usual today. Okay. Ah, right. I don't get this now.
What's wrong?
No, it's fine. It's just being an asshole.
Oh.
It's just the controls are a little bit iffy presently because the way I've put the bloody monopropellant tanks on. Not even the monopropellant tanks, just the actual the monopropellant things. They're a little bit iffy. But there we go. We have now docked. So that's the lander docked. Now all I've got to do is dock the transfer stage. Problem with that though is that we don't actually have let's see. Yeah, like I said, the main issue here is that I don't actually have a dockable solution for this presently, but we can actually fix this. So we will control from here. Right, you. There we go, that's that now docked to there. And we can control from here. And now we even have RCS control. Not a very good RCS control since all the RCS is actually over there, but it's better than nothing. So, just got to wait until we swing around a little bit more. That's the wrong way. Well, we're coming in at a bit of a janky angle, but we should still be able to connect.
I have to admit, the new episodes of Lucifer is cool.
Of
I'm
what,
up to
sorry?
S-Force. Lucifer.
Never seen it, so couldn't tell you.
Ah, fair enough. It's on Netflix. I'm just watching it because it's too late to get on the computer to play games because I'm trying to get to bed reasonably early.
Hmm.
Before 2 o'clock sounds a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what time it is at the moment, but I need to start thinking about getting ready to leave soon myself. Because
You gotta go work.
No, I'm going to a concert today.
Ah,
There we go.
cool. Yeah. What concert?
Battle Beast.
Never heard of it.
You probably wouldn't have done.
Any good?
Yeah, I like him. Right, where are we? So, aim camera. Now I've got to quickly refuel all these bloody little tanks. Which I didn't think about when I put a big shroud over them. But, oh well. Is that one still? Yeah, that one's still there, so that's 4. 5. Come here. 5. 6. There's 8 of these tanks. 7. 8. And a little dinky tank in the middle. Right, okay, so those. Yeah, I'm going to have to go, just because I wanted this to look nice, I have to go through all this every time I want to refuel the damn thing. And that one, because we want the mono propellant as well.
Wow. Can't you just have them set up to an automatic fueling thing so let's fill up all of them? Without going through all of this.
Problem is I can't see where the... Oh, wait a sec, I know why. I know what that is. Doop. Enable crossfeed. It's not letting me refuel for some reason. Let's get rid of that one for now then. Right, fine. There we go. I can do it there. There we go. I can do it on this side. Okay, fine. Well, that's the lander refueled. Except for the monopropellant. So let's quickly do that. There we go, that's everything refueled, up here at least. I haven't refueled the interplanetary transfer stage, because I suspect that's got enough fuel as it is, but we'll refuel that if, as and when we need it. But also, since we're here, what we will do is... So who is it in there? Transfer crew. Alido Kerman. You can go in there. No crew in there. Transfer crew. You can now transfer over there. Just because I'm pretty sure Alido's been sitting in here for like the last 20 years. And would like to stretch her legs a little bit. And let's see. Oh, we have a good amount of science, so let's transmit the science. So at the very least, we'll have got some. There we go. We've got some science to play with so far. And now, let us undock. Touch a monopropellant to disengage from the station. Now. And I've just realised we actually still need a scientist, Kerbal. Come back! Don't leave without me! Which side? There it is. Oh, this is probably like the ultimate way of stretching your legs after 20 years working in the lab. Okay, so we've now got our scientist and our pilot on board. So, time to test out our lander. So, let's quick save now, just in case everything goes tits up. Actually, you know what? Save game. Can we do it? Let's see. Oh. But it would help if I stage the engine. We've also staged all the parachutes, but that's fine. They won't deploy until it is safe for them to deploy. Right, so that should be sufficient. So let's get ourselves down and see. We are going to have to retract the antenna and the... There we go. Everything retracted. We will close the doors. And brace ourselves for entry. I was about to say re-entry, but they've never actually landed here before. There we go. We're hitting the upper atmosphere just about now. So let's see. You can see our apoapsis height dropping. I don't know if we've got enough atmosphere to be able to drop our apoapsis entirely without being powered. So we'll do a couple of spins. We'll spin a little bit, not only to create more drag, but also to evenly transfer any heat. It looks like we should be able to land to get ourselves down. So we are heating up slightly, but we're not quite low enough. Hopefully we'll be able to... I think we may need another pass. But I'm not overly worried if that's the case, because I want to save as much delta V as humanly possible. Then again, it looks like we may be able to get ourselves down. It is Kerbally possible. I bet these two are feeling really dizzy right now. There you go. I think we're actually leaving the atmosphere now. Yes, we are going to need another pass. Well, unfortunately, it's going to take a little while to get there. Because we're still technically in the atmosphere. Now, yes, our electric charge is draining, but that's not a huge problem. Because we have got Kerbals in the lander, so it's not a huge problem. As soon as we get out of the atmosphere, we're going to be able to time warp a little bit faster, which is why I am tabbing back and forward so often on... There we go. We're out of the atmosphere. We can actually... we're below 60,000. There we go, we're over 60,000 now. Below 100,000. This is the fastest we can time accelerate right now. Yeah, I know these two are actually really looking forward to getting their feet on the ground. But you're going to have to wait, unfortunately. Where are you? I've lost you. There you are. Should be entering the atmosphere any second now. There we go. We have entered the atmosphere. Let's try and get our apoapsis down as much as Kerbally possible. As long as we can get it down to a suborbital trajectory. If we can't make it in this pass, we should be fine with this pass, but if we're not, then I will just give it a couple of puffs with the aero spike and we'll be done with it. Now, I have put an absolutely ludicrous amount of of parachutes on this craft, just because I want to not use as much, basically reduce the amount, as much, the uses of as much liquid fuel and oxidizer as possible. Because we are in a fairly high orbit with the space station. We could easily have gotten a much lower orbital height on the space station. There we go, our periapsis height is... There we go, we are now totally on a suborbital trajectory. We are going to be landing on the dark side of the planet. But that's not a huge problem at all. We could just time warp around until we're on the light side. Oh no, that's the wrong button. So, observations from the upper atmosphere. So let's keep all those. Did I grab you? I don't think I put... No, I didn't put that one on the thing, did I? No, I didn't. You've got a button for all the science experiments. I do, apart from one. Turns out I forgot to put the Science Junior on that button. I've put everything onto an action group. You've got to go into the custom action groups, and then you just click on each of the individual experiments and do it that way. There we go. Look at that. We're coming down at a very, very reasonable speed. Now, I am going to quick save here, because I want to see if we can touch down without... you've never actually used action groups, so you don't know where it is. We'll have a quick look when we get back to the Kerbal Space Center. So, opening up our antenna. There we go. We're coming down at 13 meters per second, so we may need... We're doing a quick save right here. So, let's see. Is 13 meters per second survivable? Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Huh. Okay.
Now, a ghost.
Hello.
I see a ghost.
How
I'm
you
afraid.
do?
Hello, eyeball.
There's a ghost on the channel. I'm gonna have to
Oh, really?
do
Right.
the super.
I know what that was. It was because I'd set ourselves...
Hey, yeah, eyeball.
Stick ourselves to
good.
radial out.
Are you streaming?
I am streaming, yes.
Cassis.
That's good. That's on the stream. Perfect.
There we go. We're bouncing a little bit, but we've made it down. We are alive. We're not dead. So let's fast forward until we're in the day. There we go. It's a Martian morning. Good Martian morning to everybody. Oh, a Duna
Kerbal.
morning. Good Duna day to everybody. Extend the ladder. Oh, bugger. I've just realised... Oh, we've got an engineer here. Why? What the... bugger it. Whatever. Apparently I brought an engineer rather than a... Oh, that's why. I brought an engineer, not a pilot. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. It's actually perfectly fine. Oh, no. She fell over. She's fine. The jetpacks do work on Duna. The jetpacks do work on Duna, just not very well. So here we are. She can now repack all the parachutes. Repack the bloody chute, woman. There we go. Do as you're bloody told. I know you don't want to, I know you're probably upset at me for leaving you on a space station for like 30 years or something. But you're a Kerbal, you're supposed to love space. Anyway, so let's collect the data. Take data. Oh, we can't do that one. Take data. We can't do that one, I don't think. Nope. We can, but I've got to grab all these things first. Download data. Take data. Take surface samples from all the way up here. EVA report. Keep that. Store all 7 experiments. And now we can...
Do you bike yet, Hyper? Got your bike yet?
No.
Keep all those.
No.
Oh, wait, that's a thought.
Well, it was a given. Like, did it take a 2-day shipping, and here where I'm living so far away from
So
the big
collect
town,
and restore.
a 2-day shipping is a 3-day shipping. So
Yeah.
So, items stored, restore. Now we can pick up all the data again.
I know how you feel.
I'm gonna get it like Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
For sure, because well, it's the only bike in the shipping. So if the bike is not there, someone's gonna die. It's not gonna be me. So win-win
That's
situation here.
that.
I never pay for overnight delivery because I know I'll wait and get it for at least a week.
I don't know, because a normal delivery here is between 4 and 5 day, an express 2 days, what they call the 2 days. Gonna take about it's gonna take about, I would say, 5-6 days. I don't know. A 2 days is gonna take 3 to 4 days.
That's
and
all the data stored.
Okay.
Come back here, and where's our transmitter?
I just basically go, yep, bugger it. It's just like going out, free delivery. I know it's going to take X amount of time no matter what, and no point paying for it because you're wasting more money to get something that's not going to get there quicker.
No, for me it's I used to work on basically we need it yesterday, so I know all the delivery table, like.
There we go, transmitting everything back to Kerbal.
And it's like, yeah, oh, no, I know where I am. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just waiting for
For
everything to
for
get
where I was
transmitted.
working before, a 2 days delivery was 3 days. Well, we were calculating 4 days. Make sure to have the part at a good time when we order them, so
Oh, wow.
it's not an option. At some point, you're like when you're doing a lot of R&D, okay, you get good at.
Right, hopefully we have enough. Hopefully we have enough electric charge for all
You're
this.
getting good at just getting the timetable of stuff. So,
Oh, wow.
like, depending of where I am on the country, I know when the shipment's gonna arrive. Basically, it's simple. The thing is, here in Canada, they did stop having local office, so everything is done in the big central. So basically, if my package arrive at 11 o'clock in the morning at the distribution center in Quebec, it's gonna be the next day. So.
Oh.
I think that's all our data sent. So now what we can do is literally grab everything again. Now, go over back to our Kerbal over here, take surface samples, keep EVA report. We'll keep it because we can use it for something else. Take data, collect data. Because what I'm thinking now is we can use this and take it up to the space station. Take data, and take data. There we go. Actually, no, wait. Alright, fine, we'll let the engineer do something useful for a change. As I just realised, we have forgotten entirely to put the flag down.
Boo. Put the flag down.
There we go, we're putting the flag down. You're ugly, and your mother smells like elderberries. There we go.
Find that offensive, dude.
I don't care.
I know. That's sad.
There we go, first Duna landing.
It is your first lunar landing in 6 years, or?
Ever.
It's
It's my first Duna landing with Kerbals ever.
There's noob and then there's chaos, you know?
Yeah, entirely. So, now let's retract the antenna and the thing. So,
You should try Mars.
alright.
Or Pluto.
Yeah, so we've got to go that way.
What card do I need?
So we need to go this way. Let's... We're just going to get out of the slightly thicker part of the atmosphere, then we're going to flatten over and gain a bunch of horizontal speed. Retract the ladder, because I totally forgot to do that before. So let's see. Our apoapsis height is not that high. Set as target. Keeping an eye on our fuel and oxidizer, we should be fine. Oh, bloody hell, look at that. Yeah, I think we should be sufficiently good for this. Are we out the atmosphere? We are indeed. So let's redeploy the solar panel and the communications dish, communication array. So 10 minutes until we need to burn. We're getting a lot close to that burn time though. 30 seconds. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. There we go. Let's warp around to here. Actually, no. So where's the next intersection going to be? Right. So, first things first. Is that going down or up? That's going up. So we need to go the other way around. Just get our intersection marker to drag around until it comes over here. Alright, fine.
And instigating gamma gun. Okay. At least at the random shit you can get in game again.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Hmm?
I did get an instigating gamma gun, like.
Okay.
At least it's only a 1-star, so it does not make me. I hope it's a 1-star though. Yeah, it's a 1-star. Okay. Imagine getting a 3-star, like.
Okay, come on then.
Legendary. There's a new thing in there about legendaries. You can go to one of the you can go to this machine and put a legendary weapon in it. I think you can transfer it to something. I'm not quite sure. It's a new machinery near the train station.
Yeah, you can give a script, I think, and they give you legendary out of it. I didn't try it yet. I need to read about it. And well, I've been lazy, so.
Right. Okay. Come on.
Fair enough. I played a little bit today when I had some spare time, but that's about it.
I don't know how long I'm gonna play right now. I know we want to launch a nuke today, but I don't know when we're gonna do it.
I'll have fun with that. Have fun with that.
Yeah, well, I need 5,000 of each bullet if I want to launch a nuke, so I still have lead, iron, and lead to pick up, so.
There we go.
Yeah, you can buy them for a cap each.
Yeah, but I did spend my money. There's a bug right now in selling plants, so they sell plants that they're not supposed to sell.
You go to a player ones. You go to player ones and they sell ammo. You go to the right player ones and they sell ammo for a cap each. Now, I've got some cheap plans.
Yeah, but it's still too much money for me. It's like you go kill stuff and you pick up the weapon and it's free, so.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but
it's always going to be.
There's a cap. The thing I don't like about the game so far is a cap limit of 25,000. Not only that, you've three things I don't like really. I like the new vending machines, but they should have kept them separate away from your main stash box. That's the first thing. And the second thing, they need to expand the main stash box because 800 plus the vending machines is capped at 800. Third thing is that you only have 25,000 caps.
Guys, you are aware that I am streaming Kerbal right now, right?
Yeah.
So we don't really care about Fallout 76 right now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, because I spent so much time mucking about trying to get a decent encounter, we kind of didn't. So, we're pretty much going to run out of fuel before we get to the station, but thankfully we have a lot of monopropellant. Wow. Yeah. Thankfully we should have sufficient monopropellant to get back to the station. If not, we can send the tug out here to grab us and come back. So we do have sufficient amounts of fuel to get back if you're able to do a slightly more efficient burn than what I can, or what I did. Like I said, worst comes to worst, we'll send the tug out, grab us and come back.
Ashitaya said just call the fuel Karat.
Yeah. The fuel Kerbals. So let's drift over. Yeah, we're running low on monopropellant as well. Right, so first things first, where are we approaching from? We're approaching from down there. So, let's open the docking port. Oh, buggy. Alright. Yeah, this is going well. Fine. Yeah, that didn't work too well. Come on, station, just allow me to dock. This is going to be a pain in the ass otherwise. There we go. So, right, now we can send out Robotug. After... yeah, we're fine. Oh, shit. Pocket. Fine. I just realised we haven't done a quick save for a while. Oh well, I guess we'll have to do that all over again. But I will do that by myself at some point. Actually, come to think of it, so yeah, they're alright on the surface. We can probably do this a lot better now anyway, and actually get back without having to muck around. But that's fine, because like I said, I haven't got that much time presently. So let's go back to the Space Center. Because, as I said, there is a way of sorting out all your science experiments to a button. And that's actually fairly easy to do. So let's quickly do that. So let's open up our... we don't want the Duna Sphere sat, we want the Duna Lander. Duna Lander, there we go. So, here we go. Here we go, because I did forget to add something to this anyway, because what you do is you come up here to the action group button and you go down to one of the custom buttons. What I've got here, because you can put it into like the landing gear, the lights and all this as well if you want. I'm not, so you've got like specific on-screen buttons to do. I don't bother, I use the custom ones. So custom one is to extend our solar panels, toggle our solar panels, and to toggle our antennas. The other one, number 2, here we go, this is sort of looking at all our science. Also solar panels for engine section, yeah. Yeah, we could do that, but I don't want to worry. But what I did forget to do is put in our Science Junior. So you click on the item that you want, which is our Science Junior, and it'll bring up on here the items with the actions that it can do. So what we want is Observe Materials Bay. So we'll click that one on, and now that's added it to all of the science equipment that we have on board. So basically that's all you need to do. And when you hit the 2 key on your keyboard, you will basically go and do all the items that you need. Item 3 is... why have I got Observe Materials Bay on number 3? There we go, let's get rid of that. Oh no. That's why. I clicked on it, that's why it was there. But we've got this one literally for just deploying chutes and... deploy chutes. There we go. So we have all our parachutes on custom group 3. So then come out and save. Right, let's start extended and launch. We should have some Kerbals on board, I hope. So let's see. First of all, yeah, we've got Jeb and Bill. So if I hit, well, first of all, I've got to open the doors. Although the doors don't seem to like to open when you're actually sitting on the pad for some reason, as you can see. My frame rate drops really badly, and the lighting glitches. I don't know why this is. But there we go. Now we can hit number 1, and that's going to deploy our items here. And then we can hit number 2, and it's going to bring up all our science experiments. So we'll keep. So there we go. And then just recover the vessel. So perfect. Works well. So that's how you sort out all your science experiments to one action button. So there we go. But let's go back to the tracking center. We're just going to transfer over all the science that we have on the Duna lander, because I want to see just how much science we get for this, because we didn't do this before. So first things first, let's get ourselves onto the light side of the planet. And transmit all. And then I mean that to try and get back to the station without screwing it up. I just want to see if I've got enough. Yeah, it looks like we've got enough scientific data. All right, so let's EVAU. And again, let's get your ass on top of the lander. So we'll transmit that data. Then we'll run and keep. Alright. Alright, I've already taken the surface sample, have I? Oh yeah, overwrite existing, so we want EVA report. Then restore, observe. Log pressure keep. I could literally just go into the lander and press the button and just do all this in one go, but I'm lazy. Right, anyway, so I've done the EVA reports, so all we need to do now is a crew report. Now we just need to make sure our electric charge is sufficient. There we go. To be able to transmit all this data. Transmit all. Alright, so again I've forgotten to drop the flag. But at the very least we get to find out what biome we're currently in, because I have no idea. So let's try an EVA report, see if that'll tell us. Midland Sea. There we go. Awesome. So again, let's see where we are. All right. That way again. I haven't actually repacked the parachutes yet, but we'll deal with that later. Try and get a bit more of an efficient actual burn this time. Hello Clockwork, how's it going?
Hightball said. Mission. Wolves of Jonas said.
Alright. Now, this is not going to be the most efficient of encounters, but it's better than nothing. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Much more efficient. Since we still have fuel left. This looks like interesting Stellar minigame. Yeah, you could say that. So let's quick save now so I don't accidentally smash all the bloody... This is the second time we're doing it. The first time we had to do it the most pain in the ass way possible. Hello, thank you very much for the follow, greatly appreciated. So I have no idea how to actually pronounce that name, so I'm not even going to try, apologies. Alright, our angle is still a little bit crappy. Hello, Demo Storm. We need to go a little bit higher. Come on. I really don't want to end up. Alright, fine. Right, quick question. Those little red buttons to the left of your nav ball that you click to focus the ship on the target, is that a new mod? Well, these ones here? No, that's not. No, this is basically because of the probe core I've got and the fact that I'm on science mode. So we're not having to level up our Kerbals. If you have, basically, either if you have a really good probe core, or if you have a sufficiently high enough level Kerbal in career mode, you have access to these as well. What is it good for?
Hypeball said war.
We are at war.
How are we? Again?
Hypeball said Sari May.
Right now.
So who are we war with?
Fatal Shadow, another faction. No, not Fatal Shadow. We're war against Suzala, Chrysome Creative. I don't think.
Alright, come on, let's not. There we go. We actually bloody docked this time. It's
Fatal Shadow is own that system. So
there we go.
it's
So
another faction player. So
we're now back.
You just had to take it off them.
Review the stored data and let's send that over to the science lab. Speaking of the science lab, we have 10 science, so I'm not overly fussed with that. Let's clean our experiments. Oh, what's going to happen? As soon as this is done, this Science Junior is going to close. So just for aesthetics purposes, I'm going to reopen it again. And there we go. So that is everything sorted over here. So back to the Space Centre. See how much science we've ended up with after today, and hopefully we can unlock a few more useful items on our tech tree.
it's the same system. Okay.
So let's see.
So what are you
We've got
trying to
1,500 science. I don't know. I'm just unlocking whatever. I mean, I can unlock the rapiers now if I wanted to. I can unlock the RTGs. I can even unlock the large probe core, the large hot tank and the narrowband scanners, and basically any of those and the advanced motors. So I'm going to unlock the advanced motors first because I do want the wheels for something. And honestly,
Hypeball said so non-habitable station.
Okay. The RTGs might be nice. But out of everything, I think the rapiers are going to be the most interesting.
Black
item.
Star Lord said cool.
Jaceman, thank you very much for the follow, greatly appreciated. So out of all of these, it's a toss-up between whether I want the large probes or the aerospace tech. Honestly, I think out of the two of them, the Rapier engine is the more useful. So let's research the Rapier engine, and next episode, I think I'm going, or next time we stream, I'm going to try and make a space plane. Since we've now got all the space plane parts.
Oh.
We just don't have the ion engines, which we could use for something, which I'm not too fussed about, because I don't like ion engines anyway. And then it's going to be RTGs and the large probes of them in the next things I'm really interested in. But now that we've got our lander at Duna, we can go down there. We can even land on Ike, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's possible though, because I'm not sure how much Delta V we need for Ike. The Aerospike engine may not be entirely efficient enough for that. Moon. We'll have to test it, see how it goes. I'm not entirely convinced. But at the very least, our Kerbals have managed to get themselves out and having a look. Just a bit out to stretch their legs on the red planet surface. Now, what I want to check quickly is whether or not our Duna sats have drifted. They have drifted slightly. This one should be a little bit further. This one should be here. So it has drifted a little bit. That's fine. Looks like our Ike sats have also drifted slightly, but considering that we've got so many satellites over here, we should be fine. They've not drifted as bad as the Wolf sats, though. As you can see, one's there, and one's there. Yeah, they're bad. But at least because we've got someone around the moon as well, that is fine. It's just because I'm too lazy to get them perfectly set up. But oh well. We've even got our own little lander now on Eve. The Eve ballistic science thing. Excuse me. So I'll have a quick look at that before we log off, because not everybody will have seen this today. Here we go. It was our little science lander that we sent here just so that we could have enough science to be able to research the aerospike engine to make the Duna lander. So not exactly an elegant solution there, so let's close that up. In case some Kerbals in the future decide to come and visit this lander at some point for posterity's sake. So, you know what, let's retract everything else as well. Apart from, let's keep the antenna extended just because we can use that as a relay. Actually, come to think of it. We'll keep those out as well because I don't suspect the electric charge is going to last all that long. So yeah, we'll keep that. Have we got any more data that we can transmit off of this thing? I don't think we do. Yeah, nothing. Alright, okay. So, that is going to be it for today because I've got to go have a shower and get some food and get ready for my concert later. So, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon, and until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shining.